b5. Uh, Now I saw this idea. c5, c5. There, threatening the bishop and the pawn at the same time. So he has to take. So take here, take. And there's no way for white to make a progress. Uh, for instance, moves like f5 wouldn't be too effective. I can play king a5 or b5. Takes. King here. And or rather king g8. And this is really good for black. Winning for black. So that's my idea. It was a waiting move. When I didn't even look if I could play c5 here immediately. Really bad move. Now king d3, b5. Now I've carried out my plan. I thought after b5, I prevented b5. Since after b5, after king d3, after c5, I'm not gonna have a c takes d4 check with a tempo. So I thought after b5, this is just an easy draw. I actually thought he was gonna offer a draw anytime soon, but then I was wrong. This is the problem when you're relaxing. A takes b5, a takes b5, f5. Now he has this very strong idea. If I take, okay, I have to take. If I take with the g pawn, then bishop h5. There's no way I could defend this pawn. Followed by g6, and he's just quinning easily. For instance, let's bishop h5, king d7, take here. I'm just lost. So I'm forced to take with it. If I don't take the pawn, if I just want here, then he's gonna have f takes here, f takes g6, f takes g6, followed by bishop e4, followed by bishop takes g6. So I'm practically dead. Well, not dead yet, but I was shocked. He still had this idea, and my bishop was on b7 when it's supposed to be along this diagonal. So it takes f5, e6. Very strong idea. Now I can't take, because if I take, now bishop h5 is very problematic, which actually wins on the spot for white. So king d6, e takes f7, king e7. Now I was still in shock when I thought it was like an easy draw. Now he found this very strong move. This position is still drawish, but I was kind of like really shocked, and I was about to give up my hope. So I didn't really look for any resistance. I thought I was just lost here. So king e3, king takes f7, king f4. Now instead of the, I think this is the losing move in the game. This game is still drawn. I found this move after the game, this funny move, and I thought the reason why I didn't play this is because of bishop d1, bishop here, then bishop g8, and I thought that was just losing for me. So after king e8, but after king e6, which is actually the only saving move. Funny thing is, after bishop c8, bishop b3 check, I'm just gonna play king e7. Now bishop g8 doesn't work. I could just play bishop d7, and now this is an equal game because he can't really take here. If he does, I'll have king f7, and he's kind of like, he might as well look for ways to get a draw here, since his bishop is going to be paralyzed, and he can't really make any progress. So he can't really take my pawn on h7. I only found this out a little later, when after I actually had actually thought about calculating. So after bishop h7, king f7, and it's fine. There's no way he could make a progress. S- Um, Another way is like, for instance, if white play king e7, it's fine, and bishop d7, and I'm just gonna go bishop e8 and bishop d7, and white can't really make any progress. Should still be a draw. So if I took my time and actually calculated instead of relaxing here or giving up easily, there's a lot of there are mysterious ways to find a resource, and so I played king e8. I thought it was an easy draw. I thought he can't really make any progress. King e7, bishop h5. I saw all of this, and I thought he was gonna go for this pawn. But then he found this brilliant idea that he could actually just go bishop e2. I thought this was a very, very strong move. I thought this was a brilliant move. And then I was just in trouble. All of a sudden, I thought it was going to be holdable for me, but now he's just going to play here, take this pawn, and threaten, go to bishop d3. And now he's going to have this pass pawn. And my king can't really leave the king side because he's going to take the f5 pawn, or if I push the f5 pawn, then he's going to take the g6 pawn, and he's going to make a pass pawn. So basically I'm paralyzed. I'm in a zigzag, like what we're going to see in the game. For instance, just to show the idea, after here, bishop a8, d5 takes, bishop takes here. Okay, this is still tricky. After here, he could just go bishop d3, king f7, then take here. Now he can't really leave this pawn, so he has to go king g8, king e5, and now he's just gonna go for this pawn and win the bishop, and black could resign. This is the idea. King e7, bishop h5. Okay, so bishop c8. Now I'm in big trouble. So he takes. Now he still showed the same idea, and I'm just lost. Same idea, and that's how it ended. So basically, the lesson here is that even though the game is drawish, you should still calculate and never stop looking for ways to draw. Like here, I just didn't really calculate, or I thought it was just an easy draw, so a very bad habit. So if this happens to your game, keep in mind that even though it feels like you're losing, you should still try to look for defensive resources. For instance, this king e6 move was really hard to find over the board, but if I actually tried, I could have probably found it. Um, that would be it. Next time, just try to calculate and make sure that there's no breakthroughs like that. Thank you for tuning in, and